Okay, so imagine this, right? It's just a normal school day. Everything's, normal.
Yeah.
Kids are in class. Everything's as it should be, Eastern Slovakia.
Yeah.
And then suddenly, everything changes. It's a nightmare. A student attacks others with a knife. Just awful. So we are diving deep into this attack today. The attack in Spisska Stara Ves.
Right.
We've got excerpts from different news sources to work with today. And what I really want to understand is, not just what happened,
Yeah.
but why is this happening? Especially in Slovakia. I mean, you don't really think of Slovakia as a place where this kind of thing happens.
Yeah, it's a country where violence like this is pretty rare.
Yeah, exactly.
So it is a stark contrast for sure.
Yeah, and this is the second attack on a school in recent years.
Yeah, that's right. It makes you wonder if there's something more going on,
Yeah.
if this is part of a trend or something.
Right, yeah. So let's get into the details of what happened.
Okay.
2 students and a teacher were killed. The attacker was an 18-year-old student at the school.
Uh-huh.
He was apprehended at the scene.
Okay.
Now, Spisska Stara Ves, it's a town near the Polish border,
Hmm.
far from the capital, Bratislava.
Right.
This small town Slovakia, we're talking about a completely different way of life.
Yeah, it's definitely not a place you would associate with this kind of violence.
No, not at all. So you've got the police presence, you've got the emergency response,
Right.
which of course you would
Oh,
expect.
yeah.
But what was really striking to me
Yeah.
was the response from the government. The Slovak Interior Minister, he personally went to Spisska Stara Ves.
Yeah, he did. He condemned the attack, offered his condolences. It seemed like the government is very aware of the impact that this has, not just locally, but on the whole nation.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to reassure everyone that, this isn't who we are as a country.
Right.
But then you have the incident from 2020.
Yeah.
A teacher was stabbed in central Slovakia,
Yeah.
the first incident of its kind. And then you have this one.
Right. It's like a double blow.
Yeah. Yeah. And it makes you wonder.
It does. It makes you question the why even more. I mean, we can say that Slovakia is generally a peaceful country.
Yeah.
You can say that these are just anomalies. But 2 anomalies so close together,
Right.
it really begs further examination.
Yeah. I mean, you mentioned the school environment.
Yeah.
Do you think there's something about the pressure that kids are under these days, the social dynamics that could contribute to something like this?
Possibly. I mean, think about it, right? When we were in school, yeah, there was the usual teenage drama and angst,
Oh, yeah.
but nothing even close to this.
Right.
So what's different now?
Yeah. Is Slovakia different somehow?
I don't know if I'd say different exactly. But look, there was also that assassination attempt on the prime minister in 2022.
Oh, yeah.
Another act of violence that really shook the nation.
It did?
So maybe it's not about finding a direct link between these events,
Oh.
but more about understanding this underlying sense of societal anxiety and frustration. Maybe these extreme acts of violence are a way for that to come out.
Like trying to understand a pressure cooker.
Exactly.
You never know when it's going to blow.
Right.
But then again, Slovakia is a country of 5.4 million people.
Yeah.
It's not exactly what you think of as a high-pressure society.
True. But every society has its cracks, right?
Yeah.
Its pressure points. And it's fascinating to look at how those tensions come out, how they manifest.
Right.
So is there something specific about schools that makes them a flashpoint for violence? Or are these attacks just a reflection of some deeper unrest in society?
Yeah.
Like a sign that even in a peaceful country like Slovakia, violence can still happen.
It's scary to think about.
It is.
We started out talking about this horrible attack in this small town.
Right.
And now we're questioning the very nature of Slovak society.
It's a deep dive.
And I feel like we haven't even scratched the surface.
Well, that's the thing about a deep dive sometimes. Sometimes you end up with more questions than answers.
Yeah.
But it gets you thinking. It gets you reflecting. And hopefully it inspires you to learn more.
Yeah. And as to our listener, we'll leave you with this thought.
Okay.
If serious violence is so rare in Slovakia,
Yeah.
what makes these school attacks different?
Mhm.
What's going on beneath the surface? We may not have the answers, but you got to start somewhere.
Absolutely. Asking the right questions is the first step
Yeah,
to understanding.
exactly.